Let us now take a look at the different characteristics and beliefs of humanistic schools. The first one is meaning. Intellect distinguishes humans from animals. Because we have a brain that functions and we can do intellectual kinds of things, we are different from animals, and therefore we have a responsibility to ourselves, and that intellect brings meaning to our lives. The way we think, the reason why we think, how much we think, how often we think, all that will make a difference on what kind of human beings we will turn out to be. Do I think only of myself? Do I think of others? Do I think of my family? Do I think of my community, my society, my nation? Do I think of the entire globe? 2 is, what is reality? Humans have potential and innate goodness. In other words, when a child is born, the child is good. There's innate. Goodness is built into the child. This goodness is lost because of what the child experiences during the early years of growing up and beyond. And so, some adults or a group of adults are responsible for taking away that innate goodness from a child and replacing it with the not so good beliefs. All human beings have potential. All human beings are capable. The humanistic school would like to tap on that capability and potentiality of individual students and groom them to be the best at what they are best at, not what the teacher or the parents want them to be the best at. 3 is the nature of humaneness. Autonomy, dignity, and freedom are sacred. Autonomy is being independent. You can't live a dependent life. Young people have to be taught how to be independent, how to be autonomous, how to do things for themselves. Dignity is worth self-esteem. What are you worth? What does somebody else think of you? That thinking of somebody else is reflected from you. You have to indicate, you have to set your worth. What are you worth? And people outside of you should be able to see that worth and say, yes, this is what you are worth. And freedom. With freedom, as I said earlier, comes responsibility. So freedom and responsibility go together. Freedom doesn't mean you waste your life, you do nonsensical things. Freedom means you do the right things in life at the right times. 4 is educational aim. The aim of education under the humanistic school is individual potentiality, self-actualization. Because it believes on the individual and because it believes that all human beings are different and unique, it focuses on individual potentiality. Every human being has some potential. Every human being. There is something good even in the worst human being. Find that something good and work on it, and you can transform a life. Self-actualization really is when you begin to understand your purpose in life. When you can really say, I have lived a good, worthy life. I don't care when God wants to take me away. That is self-actualization. And it takes time. Different people have different self-actualization periods of their own. Educational methods: facilitation, self-direction, and teamwork. So the teacher's job is simply to help. And students do a lot of work in teams or in groups, sometimes even in pairs, but less work as individuals. So there is more of cooperative learning than there is of competitiveness. Educational content. Any curriculum is a vehicle for meeting needs. In other words, you don't need a prescribed content to teach. Teaching can happen based on situations, experiences, happenings within the classroom. And our students in the classroom provide us with excellent teaching opportunities that we never respond to as students. For example, when you found that a student cheated on his homework, it's a great opportunity to teach why cheating is wrong, why honesty is good, why doing your own work is a good value, but we ignore it. We punish the child by saying, you cheated, this is a 0. The child learns nothing and nobody understands what cheating really is and why one should not do it. The humanistic school says, take these teachable moments that students offer in our classrooms and make good use of them. Main criticism is important societal goals can be missed. Society may need more of X and less of Y. If our students in a humanistic classroom are more Y-oriented, you may miss societal goals. Sometimes it may be okay. Most of the time, it would not be okay. So that's a criticism of the humanistic school of thought. And the key proponents over here were Maslow, Knowles, Elias Merriam, and Tuff. If you look at what these people did, they talked about how you can look at the humanistic needs and wants of children and how you can make children, through those wants and needs, into humane human beings.